you're trying to say I'm being body shamed because you ultimately don't love how you are, and so you're trying to make the world feel better.
Make other people say, you know what, I accept you,
right?
Even though you don't accept you. There's actually been the talks going around about the whole body shaming issue.
About Lizzo?
And the flip of it now, to where it's not the small making fun of the large, it's the large making fun of the small. I find it...
Wait, large as in fat?
Yeah.
But to be honest, I went to public school, and when I hear conversations like this, it makes me think most of the world didn't go to public school, which is statistically impossible.
Keep going.
Because when you're in public school, everybody's talked about. Everyone. I don't know my public school, if you were a jockey, you were talked about for being stupid. Let you lose a game.
Oh, you suck. Terrible.
Let you lose a game. The quote unquote, what are they? Dada had a term for this, and I'm trying to remember. It's the Mean Girls. Mean Girls.
Oh,
they did not exist in my school, but they existed. They did not exist to me, because if one of them walked up to me, I would throw a pickle at their little behind and then knock them over. Bro, it's just
hold on. The dill pickle or the sliced
any
pickles?
Because they were small, and
because the sliced ones are stick.
There's no way those girls was walking around thinking they were tougher than everybody. And the girls I went to school with, they would mob them quick. You can't make no Lizzie McGuire movie out of the school I went to,
That's
right?
funny.
So, but these things, fat people. One of my best friends growing in middle school, his name was Verlin. If you out there, man, you do your thug thizzle. This man was so sexy for a big dude, and he was funny. But you know he had to learn it as a defense mechanism. He would tag you if he was frail, whatever the case may be. And one of my other OG friends, rest in peace, he was a fat dude. There's no way you can convince me that there was always the notion of being fat had power.
Right.
And I can't recall one skinny dude beating up on any of them because they were just more powerful. So to me, I never understood the notion of body shaming as this fat versus skinny or skinny versus skinny, because they all come with flaws, right? Yes. They all come with flaws. Yes. So
it's like who got to make fun first?
Exactly.
Who put out the insecurity? Who touched your insecurity first?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Now,
why are we?
It's true that some body types are more ideal than others. When you get into weightlift, the meso, I think it's meso type, the V shape, like Afro, that's more ideal than the endo and the I don't know the other
exo.
Probably. I don't know.
Ecto.
I don't remember. But they all have body types, right? And that's the game of genetics. In the game of basketball, I heard Shaq them talk about Muggsy Bogues and his legacy. Muggsy Bogues, the shortest ball player, and I believe he's in the Hall of Fame. And he was he was playing in a game that was physically against him.
Yes.
Basketball is a tall man's game.
And
he did his stuck thizzle. I also heard Kevin Samuels them talk about he said men don't care about fairness. And when I heard it, I was like, I don't care about fairness.
Because we know that the world's not fair.
Exactly. You accept the rules and you begin to carve your way. It's been similar to that. So in the context of body shaming, the first thing I would say is a feminine thing. And they would say it's more so along the case of you're trying to say I'm being body shamed because you ultimately don't love how you are. And so you're trying to make the world feel better.
Make other people say, you know what, I accept you.
Right.
Even though you don't accept you. I accept.
And that was my thing with Lizzo, because I don't know if she's the source of this information.
No, not this one.
Okay, but it's the same. If you're gonna be fat, love your fatness. Like I said, my best friend, one of my best friends growing up, before he ended up going to a different school and I went to another school, and we kind of separated, but I'm still cool with big homie, and I wish him well. If you're gonna be fat, bro, be fat.
Yeah.
I love food, right? But I don't like the image I get from being fat. Therefore, I'm going to work to change it.
Yes.
And it's not easy. It's not straightforward. And you could have genetics that say you have a super high metabolism that burn that ish off when the next person can lick a Twinkie and become 300 pounds. Right. But the difference is I'm doing it for me and I'm not doing it for you. And I feel like the notion of being fat shamed becomes you're wanting acceptance from people who don't care to accept you. instead of you needing acceptance from the person when you look at the mirror.
In the mirror.
And that's my thoughts on it. Tell him, Michael. Tell him. I'm asking him to change his ways because it is a habit.
Yes.
You don't get fat overnight, bro.
Very well said. Very well said. And now here's another thing that I'm taking from the manosphere. Is the terminology as far as like when men are looking for a woman, it's more along the lines of somebody that fits the effeminate figure. As in my line, right? Is my woman just can't be bigger than me. I don't like it. Taller, I can take, but not bigger.
Really?
Does that make sense?
Yeah,
because I've had some
bigger and taller, two different places.
Drinks of tea, my friend. Just say.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
I don't mind tall.
I definitely don't mean to cut you off, and we will go back. I don't understand the fixation against someone that's taller than me. If a shorty is an Amazon, please, you can come to me. I promise you, I don't discriminate. But I've heard
those antennas,
bro.
Lie,
bro. I've heard men say they can't deal with somebody that's taller than them because it'll hurt their pride.
Because of their ego. Because of, you got to remember we discussed the ego.
It's true.
Remember the ego has convinced them that they are inferior. Am I lying?
No.
If you cannot look at yourself and say, you know what, I appreciate every bit of me. Mm-hmm. Every bit of me. My shortcomings that are someone else's definition of what a shortcoming is. To me, this is just who I am. Mm-hmm. I am. And I am great at being me. I'm the best at being me. Can no one else do it like me?
Facts.
So therefore, let me empower myself in such. And I move like that. And guess what? People they want a little piece of that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna give it to them. Give it to them. But that's the thing. If you have this blessing, love people with it. Let them have it. Don't be stingy.
Yeah.
Because then guess what? People can call you stingy. Mm-hmm. Selfishness. It's not good. It's not good for a community. I'm off my soapbox. Excuse me. But nonetheless, that was